Hello, Virgos. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy, Virgo. Dark Mirror Oracle deck this week. I've already pulled out cards to get us started. It takes a little bit of a minute to look at these. You have some interesting cards, my friends, my dear Virgos. We are looking at in this reading, looking at your current energy and your future energy. Now, the current energy, we break actually both of them down. Current energy, we're looking at what have you been working on? What have you been healing? What is starting to blossom? In the future energies, what will you finish working on? What will be healed and what will be ready to harvest? You have some interesting cards here. You have been calling in the storm. It's funny, Aries had this card in the same spot, but yours feels a little bit different. Yours feels a little more related to what the card kind of talks about in the book, where this is finding strength that exists beyond yourself, but like through source, through God's source, through the energy of the cosmos. It's finding that energy and bringing it into your life, harnessing it for yourself. That's what you've been working on. Some of you might be calling some trouble to, like, you might be causing some trouble. That is also a possibility, because what you've been healing here is the triumph of lies. The triumph of lies card is basically talking about how did they word it? If something hurts me, I change so it doesn't hurt anymore. You know, so like, let's say there's someone around you that you have to deal with, or maybe you don't even have to deal with them, but you choose to. And this person maybe doesn't like something about you, and they point that out, or they're aggressive towards you because of that behavior or that quirk that you have. So instead of feeling that backlash or that aggression from that person, you change that behavior, right? Like, yeah. So you've been working on that you've been healing this. Isn't that interesting? And I wonder though, that's almost kind of like what you've been working on is calling in the storm. What you've been healing is kind of that triumph over those lies. So you're not allowing yourself, you've been working on maybe causing, like maybe you do cause disruption with that. Because if you were bending to other people's desires about who or what you should be, right? Oh, that keeps everything peaceful and calm. But if you decide, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to change who I am to make you feel more comfortable. Then maybe there is a disruption that comes in with that, right? With calling in the storm. I kind of like that. I like that energy, right? Like, yeah, it's not, if somebody doesn't like you, I meet people that I don't necessarily jive with or like. I don't tell them, like, I don't like you. I don't like the way you behave. It's just like, well, I'll just be polite and say hi to them. Right? You don't need to do that to people. So, but I feel like you've been dealing with that, or somebody, yeah, and you're triumphing over that. That's what's been healing. You're not going to change yourself to make someone else or other people or a situation feel more comfortable. You're going to be who you are, and that's all you can do here. That is the thing to do. No? So, okay, so what is starting to blossom? Gilded regret. I feel like this is not being yourself in the past. This whole reading to me feels an awful lot, Virgo, like you are really embracing, or you're starting to embrace, you're working on that, who you truly are. And, you know, it doesn't have to be the only point that you're attacking. I would say that to some extent, in honoring who you truly are. But it's being spoken in this reading. It's highlighted that you're not going to be something that makes you feel uncomfortable because it's not natural to you, but it makes somebody else feel more comfortable. Oh, now they can deal with you, or, you know, within reason. I mean, if you're dealing with somebody who is, you know, in a nursing home, or they don't have many days left, you know, yeah, you just bite your tongue, just put up with it, right? But I don't feel like it's that. But I'm kind of wondering here that you might be processing some regrets here. I wish I'd been more like this. I wish I hadn't kind of backed down with who I truly was. You're calling in change. That's what you're doing. You're calling in change. And this change comes through you not reacting the way people think you should, or behave the way they think you should. But there's some regrets here. And maybe as you become more familiar and more comfortable with exposing who you are to people and the world, you might be like, you know what? I wish I'd done this sooner. Kind of like that. I wish I'd done this sooner. What you will, okay, so in the future, What will you finish working on? You have the perchance to dream card. It's interesting. This is coming across to me like time heals all wounds. And I'll tell you why I'm kind of getting that here with this one. If I sleep long enough, when I wake up, the pain will have been gone. Yeah? So it does feel like if I sleep, what you'll finish working on. That could also be like a sleep to who you were. Oh, yeah, the pain connection. Right, if something hurts me, I change so it doesn't hurt anymore. You're healing that. And in the future, you will finish working on. Now, working on here is calling in the storm. That's what you're working on now. That's what you've been working on. You'll finish working on in the future this perchance to dream. If I sleep long enough, then the pain will be gone, right? I noticed how they both have like these sort of gilded crowns, actually. That's funny too, right? This person is trying to, it looks like, are they trying to hold the other person down? And there's something weird going on here. Why? That's not his arm. I thought it was his arm that was turning into something else. I don't know what all this stuff is that's kind of flying off the body. Because no, there's his other arm. I thought maybe that was that. There's his one arm and then his second arm. There's something kind of coming out from there. What you will finish working on. I think you're going to wake up to how you've tried to keep pain away by you making yourself more comfortable for other people. What will be healed? This is the today for tomorrow card. That's what's going to be healed, right? And okay, triumphing over lies is what you're working on healing right now. So in the future, what you will have healed is if there's some type of sacrifice that you've made in the past, you receive the reward on the other end. You recognize that a sacrifice must always be made to some extent. Yeah, that's interesting. So it's funny that I would get food. I get that with y'all. So, right, like if you want to, I'm almost biting my tongue to say this because there's been something coming out quite a bit in the readings this week with people struggling, particularly the Leo reading, something going on there too, is struggling about body image also. And, but anyways, I'm going to talk and say what I want to say. Like, even if you want to eat more healthfully, or you want to lose weight, or you want your complexion to look better, or, you know, well, yeah, maybe have some broiled chicken or barbecued chicken, or have some salad, or, right, like eat healthy, more natural based foods. But the sacrifice in that is that, well, you won't be eating cookies. Cookies taste good. Come on. Cookies taste good. Cookies and muffins, they taste good, right? But you could eat the cookies and muffins now, and then your health might not be so good later on. So, right? Like there's something about that. This is what will be healed. I feel like you're going to have a really good understanding that if you want one thing, then you might have to sacrifice this thing here. But then there's also finding like a balance. You can't eat as many cookies as you want, but maybe you can have one cookie. I mean, y'all know me enough. I have a Taurus moon and I will eat all the cookies. I will eat all the cookies. I should have been a cookie monster. Trust me. This is like Cindy's little mind, like looking at the cookies. Because my son loves cookies and he's just growing upwards. So we'll bake fresh cookies. And I'm like, don't eat the cookies, Cindy. I'll just have one cookie. One cookie. I'm not projecting. I'm telling you. I'm not projecting my cookies. I do like the cookies, though. Okay, what will be, okay, this is interesting. What will be ready to harvest? Obsession. Fuck, I don't know. In the future, what will be ready to harvest, right? Because what's blossoming right now? Gilded regret. And what will be ready to harvest in the future? Are you going to develop an obsession? Or is there something you're obsessing? It's two things. It's one of two. Either you're going to develop an obsession, but because you're harvesting it, I feel like it's something you're obsessed about right now that you're going to get. I don't know what that is. There's nothing coming in. So I'm going to have to pull tarot on that one. I'm going to pull tarot on all of them, but yeah, I know. Every time you have a cookie, you think of Cindy. Think, oh, I bet you Cindy would like this. She would. She probably would. There's not many cookies I've met that I don't like. Okay. You calling in a storm. What came out there? The Two of Pentacles. But carefully. It's very Virgo-like. I'm calling in a storm, but I'm doing it very carefully. And I'm trying not to disrupt the things that I have going on right now. Okay, I just... Oh, Virgo. You know I love you. You're too funny. Oh, the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Oh, no. You're making changes. But slow and steady. Slow and steady changes here. What is the King? I feel like I should look at two sides here. You got the King of Pentacles. It's very practical. What the fuck? The Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. You're taking on a lot of responsibility here. Are you bringing in someone who can handle a lot of responsibilities? What are you doing? That is also practical. You're calling in a storm. What number is that? Number 30. Power comes not from the inside, but from connection and integration to a greater whole. Pull and release. Push to the limit. I, like an eye, is the only peaceful place that can be. I think you're bringing a lot of responsibility to yourself, but you're doing something good. You're doing good things, but you're managing a lot here. You're kind of managing a lot. Maybe you're making a lot of big changes in your life, or you've been making a lot of changes and it is bringing a lot of opportunities. It just feels like, yeah, a lot going on. So the Storm card could even be that, what you've been working on. Maybe you just have a lot going on and you've been dealing with it pretty effectively. I mean, look at the balance, the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Virgo could do it. Virgo could do it. Okay. A lot of practical, real things here that you're dealing with. It's almost like it's making me realize, hey, this is not just an internal thing going on here for Virgo. There's a lot. There's a lot of physical stuff to think about. What you've been healing, this Triumph of Lies. Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. That's interesting. Triumph of Lies. What you've been working on here. Five of Pentacles. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You know what? It sounds very Canadian. I apologize all the time in these readings. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm starting to channel. If you bump into a Canadian, they will totally say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way. So, but look at it. It is like, because if something hurts, you change yourself so it doesn't hurt. But something outside of you hurts. You change you. The Five of Pentacles is not feeling very good. That's not a good energy. There's distance here. It's a cold, desolate kind of space. That's okay. Page of Cups. I'm getting over that. It reminds, yeah, Leo had that a little bit here. Like, it's different cards though, but it's funny. It's kind of like apologizing to other people, or, you know, for things that you're not really responsible for. But then you do take on a lot of responsibility with the Ten of Wands. It's apologizing to people that you shouldn't apologize to. You're getting over that. Stop doing it. Good for you. Gilded regret. I mean, if you do something legit, that, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That's cool. Yeah. But gilded regret. What is starting to blossom? The World, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Wow, you're putting the past behind you. Big time. Big time, big time, big time. And you're moving past some old wounds here. Oh, this is pretty good. I mean, because regret, the Gilded Regret talks about the past. And we started that with the World. So there's a cycle here that you have closed off. That's what wow. You are starting to blossom beyond the closure of a big cycle. It's a bit of a people pleaser. I could see Virgo being a people pleaser. Yeah. It's moving away from this people pleaser energy. Definitely moving forward here. I want to say that you're creating some type of new boundaries around yourself. Okay. Less people pleasing, more self-respect. You're not responsible for how other people feel about you. Okay. Perchance to dream. What will you finish working on? The Six of Wands, the Sun and the Moon. Wow. What is that dream about? What will you finish working on? I want more. We'll see. There. I want more with that. What's this success? The Five of Swords and the Two of Cups. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't know. It'll be a situations where with people it doesn't really matter. You can't win with them. I don't know. Or their competitive relationships maybe. Like who's going to be the winner here? Perchance to dream. The Sun. The Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's some sort of, okay, there's an achievement over a relationship style or type here where, I don't know, it feels like it could have been competitive. Right? And when you change yourself because something hurts you, you're really not winning. Yeah. No, but maybe that other person kind of, you can't, like, you just can't win. You can't win for losing in that situation. With the Sun here, I feel like it has something to do with that triumph of lies. Is it time healing all wounds? Some things just take time. But there's a lot of confidence on the other side here with the Queen of Wands. The Moon. And it is. It's fire with fire. The Sun has fire. Because the Queen of Wands. The Moon. The Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, it's kind of like looking at your fears from a different perspective and realizing that your approach is not effective for you. I feel like I'm channeling a Virgo. I would never say that in my own life. I think I benefit from doing these readings. I'm an Aries Gemini. Just go, just do it, see what happens. Okay, no, the fears, it's like looking at your fears from a different perspective and realizing that this is not, that this perspective or this process is not working for you, so you need to change it. I really love that. I always get, I get great enjoyment out of Virgo. I know there's the odd person who's going to be like extremely offended about it, but it's like, no, like charming, like charming energy. Okay. Today for tomorrow is what will be healed. The Six of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Strength card, and the Knight of Swords. I love that. It's like, keep it back, hold it back, self-control. See, it's like you do, like, don't eat the cookies, don't eat the cookies, don't eat the cookies. And then maybe you like lose 5 pounds more than you wanted to lose. So now I'm going to eat all the cookies. Like, it's just like that. It's like all of a sudden, wow. Then you have like movement, holding back, holding back, holding back. Be strong, be courageous. And then you have a wide open playing field. So it's kind of like timing too, maybe. That's what will be healed here. It's understanding, yeah, not to eat all the cookies. Not to eat all the cookies and have a salad. I stopped at the grocery store. I'm going to make Greek salad. It's my springtime food for Cindy. I'm going to make homemade little Greek salads for me. And my son, if he would eat them, but I don't think he will. So, healed. I want to say you reap what you sow. And when you sow strength and courage and self-control and discipline, you get a lot of freedom down the road. Yeah. So that's healed. It kind of gives me this feeling, though, that there's something that maybe you're being disciplined about now. So in the future, you will get like some type of better movement and freedom for yourself. What will be ready to harvest? This obsession. An obsession will be ready to harvest. What are you obsessing about? The Star, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. Wow, that's one hell of a celebration. Okay. The Storm. See, the Tower feels like the storm. You're calling that in. Well, you're calling in a storm. You're calling a big change, baby. Making big changes. This is a big celebration. This needs more clear. Are you obsessing over this now or later? Or when are you obsessing? Well, I don't know. We got the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. It's coming in. I'm almost done, so you're not going to interfere too much. Yeah, everyone get cold. You're cold again. You really spend a lot of time outside. Is it sunny? I think it is. It feels kind of cool down here. And it probably means the sun is where the thermostat is. On. Hi. Yes, I know. I should not be doing anything else except looking after Harry. I love you. You're needy as shit, man. Needy. This is like love. Fighting for love. I don't know. How do I answer this? It's not really the kind of cards that I thought that I might get to ask, are you obsessing over this now or later? It doesn't feel like a bad obsession. This feels like something that it would be a healthy obsession. It's destiny. For one thing, I feel like it's destiny. It's breaking a lot of boundaries, maybe. Celebrate. I feel like it's connected to where we suddenly get this Knight of Swords, where there's movement, because this feels very uncontrolled and it's just not held back. It's like a wide open space that you're going to have. Yeah, you go to the groomer tomorrow with Lily. You do your trauma bonding there. The Three of Swords is at the bottom. What? You just want to be loved? I just loved you 20 minutes ago. Dude. Oh, come on, how many cats? It can't be a cat. If I kiss you enough, will you turn into a prince? I'm kissing you. Will you turn into a handsome prince? It's like, I am already a handsome prince. Three of Swords at the bottom. I don't know why you have that there. That's something in the past that I don't feel like is really out in the open here with the cards. But that's what we have. That's what we have for you, Virgo. I'm going to go do the extended. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk loud in your ear. In the extended, right, because in here I'm looking at current and future. In the extended, I'm going to look at the in-between energy. So I want to say, as you're working your way towards this just fabulous, obsessive future, what is a personal challenge getting yourself there? What is a distraction that you should be aware of? And what is an area that you should focus on to get into that fabulous future? You're going to get there anyway, so don't fret too much. Thank you so much, Virgos. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.